DSK Bennelly started off their India story with a bang, with an impressive range of motorcycles with equally impressive price tags. But they are going to dive deeper into the Indian market with more affordable products. And the motorcycle that's kickstarting that is this, the single-cylinder 250cc Bennelly TNT 25. And there's good news indeed. This entry-level Bennelly is gorgeous with a lustrous appeal. Yes, in terms of design, the front is shared with the TNT 300, but that's it. From the slim tank with its angular extensions to the trellis frame, the handsome side panels that look like cast alloy units, to the LED tail lamp, everything is new for the TNT 25. It looks muscular but stylish, funky yet smart. In terms of design, it's a lovely balance. Then when it comes to features, the analog and digital instrument cluster is also shared with the TNT 300. And sure, it isn't pretty, but it is easy to read and feature-packed, including a clock and a gear position indicator. There's also a span-adjustable brake lever, and the aluminum footrest feels special. I really like how this TNT 25 is in some ways imitating its elder sibling, the TNT 899. You can see on the tank here, it's got that protector down the middle with this small little nub here, which is exactly like the TNT 899. Other than that, it also feels a lot like the other TNT, the entry-level 300, because of the build quality, which is really quite solid. Fit finish is also very nice, and on the whole, at standstill, this motorcycle is very impressive. But now let's see how it feels when it gets going. First, the cold numbers. The TNT 25 is powered by a 249cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. Its power output of 24.1 bhp and 2.1 kilograms of torque are both a bit lower than the Honda CBR 250R. But how does it feel? Well, for one, it sounds good. And two, it rides well. Very well. Open the throttle and the TNT 25 responds strongly. Yes, it doesn't feel frantic, but just look at the performance. In a straight line, the TNT 25 goes from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, and 100 comes up in 9.9 seconds, which means it's a bit slower than the CBR 250R, but it is neck and neck with the KTM 200 Duke. However, the trump card of this Bennelly is that even when you aren't in a hurry, it feels effortless to ride. There's ample low and mid-range torque, which means going from 40 to 80 km an hour in 4th gear takes only 6.5 seconds. The engine also feels more relaxed at higher speeds as compared to the TNT 300. So yes, it is a strong engine. Now when DSK Bennelly gave us the motorcycle for test, they told us that this isn't the final production version of the motorcycle, that's still being fine-tuned. But based on what we've got here, we know that this is an impressive package. I mean, it's got the bottom end torque, it's got the responsiveness to be used every day in the city with ease. At the same time, when you whack the throttle open, it's got the punch and it is fun. Sure, it could do with improvements in terms of refinement and the weightage of the clutch could be lighter, but on the whole, this is a fun motorcycle. Now let's see what it feels like when it's shown a couple of corners. Now you may have noticed that like its bigger sibling, the TNT 300, the TNT 25 also carries over beefy 41mm upside down front forks. But compared to the TNT 300, the design at the rear is conventional. The monoshock isn't horizontally mounted, and the swing arm is an oval tube section unit. All of this is held together by a rigid trellis frame. In terms of brakes, the TNT 25 uses a single 280mm disc at the front and a 240mm disc at the rear. And this was the only area where it felt a bit lacking. While stopping power was decent at best, the effort required was high and the feel was wooden. But DSK Bennelly tell us that the brakes are likely to be revised and brought up to scratch with the rest of the package, which is very enjoyable. At 150 kilos, the TNT 25 is pretty light and the Bennelly DNA really shines through. It's really impressive down from the TNT 8